My husband cheated on me with my best friend. I was scrambling eggs when it happened. The pan sizzled, the smell of butter mixing with the lilacs I'd cut from the garden that morning. Mark walked into the kitchen, already dressed for work, and kissed my cheek. "Don't wait up tonight," he said, adjusting his tie. "Emergency meeting." He didn't meet my eyes. It wasn't the first time. For months, he'd been distant, coming home late, forgetting our anniversary, rolling away in bed when I tried to hold him. I told myself it was stress. His startup was struggling. "He's just tired," I'd repeat, scrubbing coffee stains from his mugs. But then there was the cologne he never used to wear, the way he'd silence his phone when I entered the room. And Rachel, my best friend since college, the one who'd held my hair back after my bachelorette party and cried at our wedding. Lately, she'd been too busy for our weekly brunches. When we did talk, her laughter felt strained. "You're imagining things," she'd say when I asked if she was okay. Now, staring at her name lighting up Mark's phone as it buzzed on the counter, I froze. The message preview read, "Last night was a mistake. We need to talk." The eggs burned. My hands shook as I opened his phone. His password was still our wedding date. Cruel irony. Dozens of texts spilled out. Selfies of her in his shirt, hotel room addresses, a thread titled, "Plan," with dates going back to March. My vision blurred. I stumbled to the couch, gasping, as if the air had turned to syrup. When Mark came home that night, I was still there, the screen glowing in the dark. He didn't lie, didn't beg, just stood in the doorway, hollow-eyed, and said, "It wasn't supposed to happen." Turns out the emergency meetings were downtown suites. Their work trips overlapped perfectly. Rachel had been his shoulder to cry on when I didn't understand the pressure he was under. I threw her earring at him, the silver dove she'd lost months ago, lodged under our bed. "How long?" I whispered. He looked at the floor. "Since the fundraiser. 6 months. 6 months of her hugging me with those same hands that touched him. 6 months of him whispering, 'I love you,' with that mouth." I packed a bag and drove to my sister's, but the numbness didn't lift. Every song, every street, every expletive lilac bush reminds me of them. Rachel keeps calling. Mark texts paragraphs of apologies. I curl into a ball on the couch, replaying birthdays and beach trips and all the lies stacked between. My sister says I should fight. For the house, for dignity. My mom says forgive. But all I see is Rachel's face when she told me I'd always be her person, and Mark's voice the night he proposed, "You're my forever." Yesterday, I found a pregnancy test in my trash. It wasn't mine. TLDR. Discovered my husband and best friend's 6-month affair through a text. Now I'm trapped between anger and grief with a positive test that isn't mine.